So, Amy, yesterday we managed to see some of the Entergy folks out and about taking care of business and trying to ensure that everyone would be all right because, you know, what needs to happen in advance, just as Scott and Kerrigan have been talking about all morning, and the guy from the National Hurricane Center just now, that the ground is so soft that these trees could fall and
could topple over.
Yeah.
Well, that's why tree pruning is so essential right now.
Yeah.
This was video that Entergy sent out to us. I believe it was either yesterday or today.
Yeah.
Just kind of showing what they're doing in preparations for Francine. But you know, really anybody can do this. If you have some trees in your yard that may have some branches that are a little bit loose, go ahead and get them off.
Well, if they're near the power lines, I want Entergy to take care of that for us.
Yes, that's
we've
very
heard
true.
an awful lot in the last year about hardening the grid, about making sure that we're prepared when storms come. The person that can answer a whole lot of those questions for us joins us now, Nika Scott, the VP of Customer Service for Entergy. Good morning, Nika.
Hi, good morning, guys.
Nika, we do have an alert right now with a few thousand people without power over in Jefferson Parish. Just real quick before we get into everything, do you have any update on what's going on? I believe it was on West Esplanade.
Unfortunately, I don't. That's Entergy Louisiana. I'm Entergy New Orleans. I can only take care of us today.
Nika, with regards to the things that we are doing, and we just played that video of you guys taking care of business yesterday and cutting back power lines and everything, or at least cutting back trees to ensure that the power lines were straight. Is this more of the efforts of trying to at least ensure that we're hardened? Are there other efforts that you've undertaken prior to Francine as well?
Yes, LBJ, those are great questions. And I was listening to your earlier piece with Mike. You know, trees are always an issue, even on blue sky days, which is why we trim year round and we prepare for storms year round. But in anticipation of this storm, we did what we call a vegetation blitz, which is where we go around the city. We patrolled about 48 miles and identified 109 locations for vegetation mitigation work. So we went through and we did a lot of tree trimming between the last.
Nika, I think we're losing you a little bit there, and hopefully you're still with us, but I did have another question for you. An awful lot of conversation in the past couple of months in terms of going to the council as well to try to harden the grid. We learned the lessons of Hurricane Ida by losing a major transmission line across the Mississippi. Have we managed to move forward with some of the hardening that you as an entity, as our utility entity, have tried to enhance prior to our having storms?
Well, look, we certainly replaced our equipment post-Ida, right, with all the damage that we sustained then. The transmission line that we lost also obviously has been replaced. And look, our GRIP project is a great start. We've had a $110 million project that we got a $55 million award from the federal government on. The council approved that project back in, I want to say, February of this year. We're negotiating that award with the Department of Energy. That should be completed at any moment. As soon as that's done, that work is being done on the transmission line that runs across into New Orleans East, and lots of distribution poles as well. We also have our resilience filing, our 3-year plan that's currently pending before the city council that will replace, you know, thousands of poles across the city, which really is kind of the core of having a resilient grid. You know, when a pole goes down, it takes a lot longer to get a pole put back up, which causes delays in getting our power on. It's a lot quicker just to restring a line. So part of our resilience plan with the council is replacing lots of old poles that are about 110 miles per hour rated with those that are 140 miles per hour rated. That's kind of the storms that we're seeing, and that's what we plan to do to make our grid stronger and more resilient to storms.
Nika, we know that Entergy has been prepping for this storm for a few days now. What else have you guys got in place to potentially help when the power does go out?
Sure. So we have actually augmented our team statewide. You know, we bring in people. We have mutual assistance agreements in place with peer utilities. We also have our own companies. We have crews coming in from Arkansas and Texas because they don't expect to be hit too hard with this storm. So we'll have, at the end of the day, Louisiana's going to have about 5,700 additional crew in to help us restore our system after the storm comes through. We'll have about 2,000 line workers, about 1,000 vegetation crews that are coming in, and then 400 damage assessors. So, look, we as much as we hate storms, we are prepared for this storm. We've received 44 awards recognizing us for our storm restoration efforts. So we're prepared, and we will get our power back on as safely and quickly as possible.
All right, Nika, if you're anything like me, you got an ugly closet. And in that ugly closet, you're always worried about something in there, right? And I know I got an ugly closet.
I'm sure Nika has a great closet.
Nika's got great closets all throughout her house. Nika, what's the ugly closet? Is there a particular place in the city across the New Orleans area that you're most concerned about, or that the Entergy engineers and folks are most concerned about being at least more vulnerable than another part of the city?
Not necessarily. We really just look at the city as a whole, and we restore based on the maximum number of people and critical infrastructure facilities that we can get back on the quickest. So that's kind of how our restoration efforts go, and we'll be prepared to hit the ground running as soon as our winds get below 30 miles an hour.
And Nika, kind of the last question we've got, I'm sure as soon as the power goes out, which, we are naturally expecting with the storm moving through, I'm sure your phone lines really light up. What do you encourage residents to do? Should they just wait it out, or is there a specific phone number they should call in case the power goes out?
We always like using our app, and we're really proud of the fact that out of all of our operating companies, Entergy New Orleans customers are the highest users of our app, but we can still use more users. So we encourage people to download the app. You can check your outage map. You can check estimated restoration times. You can sign up for text alerts. So if customers want to go to energynewsroom.com, they'll see a storm center. A storm center link. They can click on that, sign up for everything they want to sign up for, and we'll keep them informed.
Ladies and gentlemen, Vice President, Customer Service, Entergy New Orleans, Nika Scott. No ugly closets, Amy.
No ugly closets.
Nika does not have an ugly closet.
We didn't expect an ugly
Thank you,
closet
Nika.
from Nika, though.